It's live, pal.
What a time to be alive. It's the Babyface Broadcast here on 2RRR 88.5 FM. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson, and this is a show about putting on Australia's greatest wrestling event. I'm joined in the studio with a co-conspirator, Dan Lennard.
Hi, Mark, and hi, listeners. I am relieved that we have put everything behind us, Mark, and we are moving forward as a unit again.
Oh, we certainly have. And look, I have to apologise for last week.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Oh, I was, you know what? I had to leave. Could not control my bodily functions.
It was pretty brutal.
I was very brutal. I'd hate to be the person in the 2RRR bathroom after me, but I should be good. Should be good. As I said, we're here tonight.
Oh, look, I'm just glad to have you back, and I'm glad not to have Norm here. He is an absolute nightmare to have on.
You know what? I think you two have a good chemistry.
Do you really?
Yeah. You two go out like a house on fire.
The house is on fire.
We have had listeners say, like, well, we want more Norm.
More Norm?
More Norm. I'm tempted to take a week off every second week and let Norm get in.
I don't like that idea.
I mean, he's done the training course. He can panel.
Yeah, I can panel.
No, you can't. It's been proven you can't panel.
I can give it a go.
No.
Flip a few switches.
For a few switches? A bit more than a few.
Twiddle a few knobs.
Well, you are an expert knob twiddler. There's always said about you, Dan Lennard, you know how to twiddle a knob.
I've been told that more than once.
You've been told that.
Yeah.
Well, enough twiddling knobs. We're here to, look, I want to be positive.
Yes.
I want to be positive, but this show's going to cost about 45 grand. We've been ripped off by Jessica Bland.
That evil Harridan.
So it's kind of been brought out that we need 500 tickets sold at about $130 a ticket, Dan.
Mark, that sort of ploy might work for TKO. I don't think it's going to work for Australian wrestling legends.
No. So we are putting our minds together. I think I've got some ideas I'm going to tell you later in the show.
Oh, cool.
I listened to the show last week.
Yeah.
You guys talked about sponsorship.
Okay, so you like the idea of a meat raffle?
No. I don't think a meat raffle is going to work. I don't think we're going to get enough for a meat raffle.
Not even a vegan meat raffle?
Not even a vegan, especially a vegan meat raffle. No one's going to buy. What's that? A box of veggies?
A tofurkey?
No one wants to eat a tofurkey. I don't even think vegans want to eat a tofurkey, to be honest.
Okay.
I think that vegan meat's a bit of a sham. I don't think real vegans actually like eating vegan meat, because if you're vegan, you're not eating meat because you don't like meat. You're not going, oh, I don't want to eat meat, but geez, I miss it. Can someone get me a vegan steak? Like, I don't think that's a thing.
I'd like a tin of spam, but I'll eat this tin of sham instead.
Yeah, a tin of sham. Yeah, I don't think vegans like that.
Okay,
I think it's a bit of a marketing spin.
But I might be being a bit like Norm here and going off the...
We're going off derailed.
Already.
He's rubbed off on you.
He has.
Thought senility.
That's a horrible thought.
Well, look, I think I've got some ideas.
Yes?
I have some stones in the fire, whatever it is.
Stones in the fire?
You know what it is. Coals in the fire. Pokers. I've got something in a fire.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's going to flame up, and I think I've got some ways.
A bit like your colon last week.
Oh, mate, did that fire up? I tell you what. Fiery. This is great radio.
I'm just glad we don't have smell-o-vision, because seriously, the studio was not smelling too flash.
Well, yeah.
When you left.
Yeah, certainly wasn't.
But yeah, this is Champagne Radio. Sorry,
Champagne
listeners.
Radio. But look, we're going to talk some, I think I might have some show sponsors.
Cool.
Also, we have because we have to deal with the Berrogong Wrestling League, Dan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keith.
So Keith Lambton's giving us a call. And he's introducing us to another one of the wrestlers.
So not just Terry...
Gravedigger Terry Calloway.
Gravedigger Terry Calloway. Not him.
Berrogong's finest gravedigger.
Yeah.
No, not him. Apparently, there's this guy, and he said, we might not like him, but it's a guy that he is forcing on us, Dan. So the things we did for your Valentine's dinner.
Yeah, look, It was a business expense. I keep telling people that and no one seems to believe me.
Well, we'll find out. So we've got some new wrestlers. We've got some potential sponsors.
Okay.
But how are you feeling, Dan? You look a bit flustered. You've come in with a bit kind of... You're a bit fired up. We've loosened up now. Talking about my bowel movements. But you were fired up when you came into the studio.
Well, I have to say, Mark, I'm feeling a little bit annoyed.
Annoyed? How so? Anything I've done? Or
No, not you
anything
this time.
Norm's done?
No, not this time. No, to be fair, annoyed's probably too minor a word. I'm pretty bloody furious, actually.
Well, what are you furious about, Dan Lennard?
Well, mate, there's this promotion called ACW,
Australian Championship Wrestling.
New group that's come along. They've just gone ahead and stolen our whole bloody gimmick.
You know what? I've seen that too, and I think we should talk about that after our break.
ACW, bloody scoundrels.
Australian Championship Wrestling.
Another alphabet soup promotion.
That's it.
Cowboys.
Well,
In fact, they give Cowboys a bad name.
Well, a couple of weeks I heard you and Norm discuss it. Norm discovered them on Facebook.
Yes.
And I have had a look at myself, and boy, howdy. That is some... I've seen some ridiculous stuff in my 25 years hanging around professional wrestling in this country. This has to be one of the most ludicrous.
I have been covering wrestling for 40 years.
Yeah.
And except for that tanning clown, that tanning salon idiot in New Zealand,
yeah,
this is about the most jaw-dropping thing I've seen in a long time in the local wrestling scene.
Now, they are claiming they are going to put Australian wrestling on the map, that they've got all these great things.
Contracts being signed?
They've got contracts being signed, and you've got photo wall. You've got, bless you, Keegan Brettle.
Bless you, Keegan.
I like Keegan, but having Keegan with his mullet looking like a grub... Looks like he's wearing his smart casual clothing from going to some dumbass nightclub.
The Myers suit.
The Myers suit. It looked like the defendant's suit that I used to sell to people when they had to go to court. Wearing one of those with a framed ACW contract with a, dare I say, crappy typeface. Just really, really shambolically put together.
Mark, before we go any further, I think for the few fans who haven't heard of Keegan, perhaps we need to clarify who Keegan Brettle is.
Keegan Brettle is a professional wrestler, Australian professional wrestler, has a VB-style gimmick.
And he's involved with a promotion out in the West. I get there's so many acronyms that are similar.
He was with All Star Wrestling.
All Star Wrestling.
And that's Pad Style. Is that West?
Yeah, West, South.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a crappy place. So
I didn't say that.
Keegan's got a sweet mullet.
Yes, he does.
But he is the guy probably the most known by people in wrestling who has signed one of these silly contracts.
Yep.
All these other people, you've got like... I haven't heard of any of these people.
I assume they're friends of the promoter.
Friends of the people. I know some of these wrestlers have wrestled for Vulcan Pro Wrestling,
Vulcan,
which we don't know much about.
Former Australian gladiator back in the 90s.
Yeah. Also, a James Bond henchman. He's in one of the James Bond. He's in The World Is Not Enough.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. He's one of the henchmen in that. But
the rest are, even by Australian local wrestling standards, they're unknowns.
They're unknown. Yeah. Absolutely unknown. And then they've got all these different marketing people joining on. You've got these blokes that apparently have done something and they've got, they're really good at business, wearing an ill-fitting suit.
But Mark, big news. They've nearly finished building the merch truck.
Yeah, they're building a merch truck. They've got Botoxed women. We've got
building the merch truck?
Oh, no, not building the merch truck, but they've got Botox women with all the plastic surgery.
Not there's anything wrong with that, ladies. If you want to go down that route, that's fine.
But they've got everything, the whole cavalcade of photos.
Of what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Of what you'd expect from the sort of people is to do a startup wrestling federation with no wrestling experience.
No idea whatsoever. And, They're building a merch truck. They've got show bags.
They've got show bags?
They've got ACW tote bags. They have
they put on a show yet?
They haven't even put a show on yet. They have not put a show on. So they've been talking up these big things. They've claimed they've purchased All Star Wrestling as a feeder promotion, much like NXT is to WWE.
But trust us, listeners, this group is nothing like WWE and NXT.
All Star Wrestling runs out of Padstow RSL.
Fine venue.
It's not a fine venue. It's not a fine venue. Padstow's a dump.
Hey, don't say that. There could be
Padstow's
people from Padstow listening.
If you're listening from Padstow, what are you doing? This is Ride Regional Radio. I don't care if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app. Go listen to the Padstow radio station. Oh, wait, there isn't one. You know why? Because it's crap. It's a crappy place. And that RSL, my God, one of the worst places I've done a show at.
Okay, well, it's not a patch on the Lower Henley Diggers Club.
Oh, no, certainly not. I haven't been there. It looks good from the outside.
The concrete walls look solid.
There's some cladding.
There's some warning asbestos signs.
Well, at least they're getting rid of the asbestos.
That's a good
before
thing.
The show.
Yeah.
So, yes.
It's already better than the Padstow RSL.
Well, that's it. But these clowns,
yes,
they're carrying online, talking about they're going to make Australian wrestling great. All they have done, though, is make announcements that nothing happens.
Oh, they're already feuding with the feeder promotion.
With All Star Wrestling. That has now fallen apart, that deal.
That contract is null and void.
That ironclad contract has fallen apart. So if you're a wrestler, judging by the state of their contracts, you can just tear it up. It's not worth the paper it's printed on. Do you want my business advice? You want my business advice? Take this clown's money. Oh, also, all the wrestlers are exclusive.
Oh, they're exclusive.
You need to sign exclusive to ACW. You want to work anywhere else, you need to get permission off this fella who also was in the papers years ago. Was setting up a bakery in Waterloo.
Yes.
And then made a whole bunch of homophobic remarks and alienated his own customers.
Oh.
Where they've gone, we're not going to this place anymore. This guy's an idiot. This is a fella running ACW.
So, Mark, the big question I have is, why is he running a wrestling federation? Or it's trying to get a wrestling federation off the ground?
Maybe he's a big fan.
A big fan?
A big fan. Who knows?
Of laundries?
Well, he may... Look...
Big fan of the laundromat?
He could enjoy laundromats. He could have made some money from laundromats.
You reckon?
He could have been in the laundry business, cleaning lots of things. That could be one of his other businesses.
Yes.
And he's gone, let's get involved in the wrestling. I love wrestling.
And absolutely upfront, level-headed, above-board business like wrestling.
And they keep saying they're above board.
Yeah.
All their posts keep saying they're above board and they're putting on Australia's greatest wrestling show.
I'm so deeply offended by this.
Their first show's at Padstow RSL, by the way.
Capacity.
Their first show is at Padstow RSL.
Hard to get to.
So you're making all these giant claims. Padstow RSL. Hard to get to.
And capacity?
I think it's about 300 there.
So even the Diggers Club's got better capacity.
The Diggers Club. Lower Henley Diggers has bigger capacity. And I feel like these clowns, and I'm going to say clowns, I don't care. These clowns listened to our show and ripped off our idea.
They did.
They've totally ripped off our idea.
Though we didn't have plans for a merch truck.
No.
I'll get onto that.
Well, yeah, we'll get a merch truck. We don't have a merch truck. We've got a merch train.
I'll get Norm to fund it for us. I'll give him a call.
I don't think Norm can fund much, mate. I think overestimated. Norm's overstated how much he can actually fund.
Yeah,
I don't think Norm's a millionaire. I think Norm's a 92-year-old man that's got some money, and you with your dollar sign eyes. Oh, this guy can pay for everything. No, he can't. But since these guys, this Australian Championship Wrestling, ACW, have ripped us off, we are going to rip off one of their ideas.
And what would that be?
Well, they've announced a sponsorship because they have sponsors.
Yes, I've heard.
One of the sponsors is from the Bangladesh Tourism Board. So I'm just playing a bit of music in the background just to set the scene of their sponsors. Now, this music I got directly from the Bangladesh Tourism Board YouTube.
Now, I have to say, firstly, I am a little bit surprised that Bangladesh has a tourism industry.
Yeah.
It's a poverty-stricken country that is prone to widespread flooding for much of the year.
Yes.
Because most of the country is below sea level.
Yeah.
But look, I guess there are people who like to go there. Australians? Why go to Bali when you can go to Bangladesh?
You can go to Bangladesh. Yeah. If you're a wrestling fan, Bangladesh is your mecca. I hear if Saudi Arabia is still getting pew-pew boomed, they'll be moving WrestleMania to Bangladesh. That's what a big wrestling place Bangladesh is, apparently.
So ACW's head honchos are just ahead of the curve.
They're ahead of the curve.
So how are we going to rip these guys off then?
Well, I have used my contacts, Dan Lennard.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure you know, I actually had a wrestling show that was streamed around the world on Amazon Prime.
You have mentioned it once or twice.
I've mentioned it a couple of times. And I did get an audience breakdown. And one of the places we were watched, which is an untapped wrestling mecca, is the South Sandwich Islands.
Well, Mark Williamson?
The South Sandwich Islands.
I don't know much about this place.
Well, the South Sandwich Islands, they are, let's just say, developing.
Okay.
They're no Bangladesh.
they're behind there.
They're a bit behind Bangladesh.
Yeah.
But, Dan Lennard, they want to build. They want to become bigger than what they are. So they are willing to sponsor Australian wrestling legends all in.
That is fabulous news. So what's the situation? This is a tourism thing. So what's to see in the South Sandwich Islands, Mark?
Well, the South Sandwich Islands is a uninhabited, remote, highly volcanic archipelago of 11 islands in the South Atlantic Ocean.
How many islands?
11.
11.
Yeah, an archipelago.
Okay.
Of 11 islands.
You know, it's amazing you got this information on the top of your head. It sounds like you're reading from Wikipedia, but you're clearly not.
No. Well,
you're a big fan of the South Sandwich Islands.
I'm a massive fan.
Yeah.
They're subantarctic islands, mountainous, largely covered in glaciers, and hold massive colonies of penguins and seabirds.
Oh, well, you know, tourists bloody love penguins.
They love penguins. So, imagine this. Put some music on in the background here just to set the mood.
Yes.
You need to relax. You need to get away from it all. Tired of catching some weird virus on a cruise ship? Sick of going to countries like America that are not going to allow you in? Well, why not come to the South Sandwich Islands? You can see nice glaciers untouched by human hands. Come see the fantastic 20 million penguins over 11 islands. It is the place to relax. It is the place to unwind. It's the South Sandwich Islands.
That will get people flocking, absolutely flocking to the place.
Part of the deal,
yes.
I have to have a South Sandwich Island fact every week. And you have to do a plug for the South Sandwich Islands.
We can do that.
They haven't given us a website, but I assume this has just been like, I figured this out yesterday.
Okay. Well, look, that's great. And can I ask how much money they're going to give us?
5K.
5K?
5K.
Ooh.
5K. That's covered.
Hey, that's nice.
5K. As I said, I'm going to dig us out of here.
Yeah.
I am going to dig us out of this hole. So thank you, Australian Championship Wrestling, for that idea. So we're going to keep digging out of this hole we've got ourselves in, Dan Lennard.
Yeah.
And what better way to help dig out of a hole than a cracking tune? After the break, Keith Lambden joins us at the phone to introduce us to one of the wrestlers appearing on our show. You are listening to the Babyface Broadcast here on 2RRR 88.5 FM. This is a show about putting on Australia's greatest wrestling event. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me in the studio is my co-conspirator, Dan Lennard. We've talked about sponsorships, big sponsorship we've got happening.
Huge sponsorship.
South Sandwich Island Tourism Board giving us
very exciting.
Giving us money for the wrestling show. Please go visit South Sandwich Islands. We do have a very special helper, let's just say, a man helping us out of our whole by providing us some wrestlers. He is in charge of the Berrigong Wrestling League. Oh, Berrigong Wrestling, whatever it's called. It's Keith. He's from Berrigong. Big thanks to Keith Landman. Keith, are you there?
Well, thanks very much, Mark. And let me tell you, I've been listening to this show the last couple of weeks, and boy, oh boy, the you clowns got yourselves into a lot of trouble.
Oh, hey, hang on, Keith. That's a bit unfair.
No, it's not unfair. It's not unfair, Mr. Creme Brulee, who likes to spend another man's money on dinner.
Look, I thought we'd settle...
And... No, we've settled it, but I'm still telling the fact is that, you spend a man's money, you get all tough with me, and I need to rock up to your house and, give you a bit of a scare, and you'll, I need to phone back Lord Mark, and you, I can't believe you brought this clown into my life.
Now, Keith, we need you to kind of stop this. We've had an agreement. We'll use you guys.
Okay, look, I'll calm down. I apologise, Dan. I shouldn't call you a clown.
I guess apology accepted, Keith.
Because clowns are funny. They make me laugh. You just annoy me, Dan Lennard.
Keith, have you called up for any other reason than just to insult me?
Well, yes, I have phoned up because, you guys are booking a bunch of my workers, and I thought I'd introduce you to one of my top workers here at the Berrigong Wrestling League. And, as I said, you guys, 45 grand you need to get up, and this guy, he ain't going to work cheap. He's at least $100 for the day.
Oh, geez, I hope he's worth it.
Oh, he'd be very worth it. He's one of my top fellas, and you know what? You city folk probably won't like a real intellectual type like this fella is. He tells it how it is. He has a style. He has a unique fighting ability. So let me introduce to you Chief Whitefeather.
Oh, dear.
Chief Whitefeather?
Hello there. Yes, it is I, Chief Whitefeather, fighting the fight against different cultures to show my superiority.
Am I right in thinking... Chief Whitefeather, is that right?
Yes, Chief Whitefeather.
Are you doing some sort of Native American gimmick?
Oh, an American Indian gimmick, more like it. I've got the headdress.
Oh,
I come down with a hey, how are you? And people boo me. I'm like, why are you booing me? They say, you're offensive. How am I offensive when you've got Mexicans wearing masks and honkies wear those Mexican masks?
Oh, no.
Why
Honkies?
can't I wear this headdress and do my hey, how are you dance?
Well, look, I have to say, whoever you are underneath the headdress, you sound a bit problematic, I have to say.
Very.
Oh, problematic. Oh, city talk, is that not? This is why I moved to Berrigong, away from the city. Intellectual university types like you with your woke mind virus.
Oh, God. Look, mate, I have to say, you sound very, very Anglo to me. And would I be wrong in thinking that perhaps you're in the banking industry?
Definitely
perhaps?
finance, Dan.
Oh, making assumptions of my industry, are you? Such as you're making assumptions of my nationality. Sure, I might be from British descent, but who are you to assume I can identify as anything I want? Isn't that the thing now all you wokies like to say?
Wokies? What?
I have to say, mate, you're coming across a bit crazy horse to me.
Oh, I'm coming crazy horse. Well, let me tell you what's crazy horse, Dan Lennard. I am throwing open for a debate. Debate me, anyone there. If anyone wants to debate me, tell me I'm wrong. I am willing to go and debate because I am intellectual. And if I can't win the debate, I'll fight you in the ring. The challenge is set. The die is cast. Chief Whitefeather has thrown the gauntlet.
All right, mate. You sound like you're talking a lot of Sitting Bull, I have to say.
Oh, with your virile little puns. Aren't you a funny little man? I can't wait to see you in the flesh, and I shall do a dance curse on you, Dan Lennard. May it rain upon your head as I cut into the nut bush. Good day, sir.
Oh, God.
Well,
Is that the best you've got, Keith?
Dan, I think that's finished up there, man. I think they've hung up.
Jesus.
So we have to book this guy. I don't know.
He's a bit of a dick.
He's a total dick. Oh man.
Look, I want to turn the other Cherokee, Mark.
Oh god.
I don't want to Navajo at this guy, right?
That is terrible.
But if we use him, someone's going to sue us.
All people are just going to get offended.
Or they're going to sue us.
They're going to sue us.
Sue us.
Oh.
Come on, he's worth something at least. You got a few good jokes out of me.
We'll be back after the break. What a tumultuous phone call that was with Keith Lambden and Chief Whitefeather.
Oh God, yeah, it was.
What a dick.
Yeah. In a nutshell.
But we've got the phone going off again, so let's answer this. Hello, you are on the air with the Babyface Broadcast with Lord Mark Williamson and Dan Lennard.
I am furious.
Oh,
am
bloody
furious.
hell.
This is, you should be, your star attraction, Krackerjak, the Australian wrestling legend, calls through, and your response is disappointment rather than fawning and anticipation. Bad start, Dub.
You opened it up and said you were like upset. I feel like there's a bad energy. Why are you upset? Why are you upset at us? Like, we've got a lot going on.
I'm sorry for bringing a bad energy to the most poorly oiled machine I've ever been a part of. And again, I must point out, I debuted for Fat Dom in the Dragonfly restaurant, and yet this still stands as a peak of inefficiency and disorganization.
Oh.
What the hell is going on with your organization?
Firstly, I think it's a bit uncalled for, Mr. Jack, sir. We are actually putting on a pretty good radio show and Australia's greatest wrestling show, and I think your attitude's a bit much, I have to say.
Look, you knew. Look, my attitude is clearly written on the label. You knew what you were purchasing, and
True.
the moment you knew that there was instability in the house, I'd be crazy not to come in and demand more money to retain my services.
More money?
More money.
You can't demand more money. We've already gone through this, mate. Like, I come down to Melbourne, I try to clear things up. I think you've got a really good deal. You've got the best deal in wrestling. Like, the best deal in wrestling.
I should have the best deal in wrestling. And also, we made our arrangement when you and Dan were a unified team. I turn my back for a second, you start biting on each other, turning. How do I know that's not going to happen again? How do I know I'm not going to get to the venue on the day and you're not even there because you guys have had another spat, huh? Where's my security?
Listen, that won't happen. We've hashed out our differences. I apologize to Mark for the many rude things I said about him. He kind of unspokenly apologized for throwing a book at me.
It was a folder.
It was a very heavy folder. Hit me in the stomach.
Well, look, we're all stable now.
Yeah, we are. We're all stable.
I understand. I understand it sounds bad. I understand this whole sounds bad. It sounds like a absolute schmozzle. I get it. But the captain's back. He's got his hand on the wheel. It's smooth sailing from here.
This is somewhat comforting. Look, I'm a level with you, man. I was calling up to demand 5 times my agreed upon rate.
5 what? 5 times? Come on, mate. What is, like, I don't understand. We're in financial peril and you want more money from us. Like, we are.
I know, but look, I can be reasonable. I was going to demand 5, but, you've put me relatively at ease. I will settle at only increasing my rate by 3 times.
Crackers, mate. Come on,
Look,
man.
I'm just saying. $3,000 for the match, and of course the issue of the licensing fee for the Australian Wrestling Legends League.
Look, we've already give you $5,000 for that. Like, you've got $5,000. We can't give you any more, and you've got this. Honestly, is the best deal. This is better than you're going to get anywhere else, because we're going to put you in the ring. You know, we've been talking to these guys from Berragong. You won't know them. It's like a wrestling promotion out regionally. There's a bunch of guys, but it's going to be an easy match. This is an easy $1,000 for you. We've got a great guy for you.
It had better not be that Chief Whitefeather idiot. I saw him carrying on. I want nothing to do with that. You have to understand that wokeness is one of my core brand pillars. My post about trans day visibility got the best viewership that I'd had all year. I can't have business like this impinging on this. It's not good for my business.
Okay.
I cannot sacrifice the $10. It's very important to me.
We can guarantee you won't get Chief Whitefeather, okay?
You won't get Chief Whitefeather. We'll find someone else. But look, it's easy.
I don't even want him in the building. I don't want anyone
He has
to
to
get
be
Chief
in the
Whitefeather.
building.
He has to be in the building.
What?
He has to be in the building. Dan spent like $2,000 on a dinner.
$2,200
on a Valentine's Day dinner and spent this guy's money.
It was business expenses.
Now we've got to book all these guys.
All right, but if you're going to book him, I want one of the disclaimers. Like in that episode of Mad Men where they put a disclaimer up front saying there's going to be blackface. I want a disclaimer saying that Krackerjak, the Australian wrestling legend, does not endorse the offensive nature of the Chief Whitefeather act. You can add it to acknowledgement of country or something. But I think it's unacceptable.
We'll put a disclaimer that Australian wrestling legends, especially Krackerjak, doesn't condone it. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that? $1,000 still.
with that.
I can't give you any more. $1,000, but you get flights, you get a hotel. It's an easy match. You get to beat someone up for $1,000.
All right, and $5 for the licensing.
And the $5,000 for the licensing. Yeah, the check's in the mail. It's coming.
Okay, well, I'll keep checking my letterbox. You have somewhat put my fears at ease.
Okay.
But look, I think I don't want to hear any more about you guys throwing books at each other, okay? You know I like a harmonious locker room, which is why I foster one everywhere I go. And it's going to have to apply here too. You guys, you got to get on.
Crackers, I'll put the harmony in harmonious.
And look, we're good. We're good.
Good. Well, I know he threw a book at you, a heavy folder, but you've just got to accept that's as close to an apology as you're getting, Dan. You've got to come to terms with that.
Okay, Krackerjak.
I can even throw in a holiday to the South Sandwich Islands for you. How does that sound?
Well, that does sound very glamorous, actually.
That's very glamorous. There's like 20 million penguins.
You like penguins?
Glaciers.
I do like penguins.
Yeah, see?
Hey!
What a place.
Nicely. Yeah,
what a place.
All right, cool. We are back in business,
We're
gentlemen.
back in business. Well, thank you for the call. I'm glad we have hushed this out on air. Thank you once again, Krackerjak. Well, I'm glad that sorted itself out. You know the thing with Crackers, he's definitely off the phone.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he's so annoying.
Yeah. I can't believe you managed the guy.
He's we're friends, but we hate each other's guts. So it's like that thing, I tried to ruin his life for a couple of years. He tried to set me on fire.
As you do.
Managed him. We kind of, we've feuded, we've not feuded, we've been friends, we've done all this sort of stuff. He is, I guess if he sees a weakness, he'll get it. But you know what? I'm going to find him an opponent. It's probably going to annoy him.
So you actually haven't got one in mind?
I don't have anyone in mind.
Okay.
I don't have anyone in mind.
Right.
I know he's not listening. He doesn't listen because he's too busy. Oh, I'm Krackerjak, baby. I don't need to worry about this. Don't worry about this. Don't you know who I am? I'm the Australian wrestling legend. No, he doesn't listen to the show. So, whoever.
You can get nicked.
Yeah. Anyway, we had to pay him $5,000.
And an extra 1,000 for...
1,000 to wrestle.
I know.
This is why the costs are going up.
Bloody hell. All right.
That's on me, though.
Well, that is on you.
That is on me. Well, look, it's getting close towards the end of the Babyface broadcast. We'll be back after the break to say goodbye. You're back here on the Babyface broadcast on True Triple R 88.5 FM. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me is Dan Lennard. We've already said what the show is multiple times tonight. So we are now looking outside of the world of profession.
Finally, I'm feeling a bit burnt out, I have to say.
This has been just non-stop sponsors, people phoning up, dealing with the lunatics in wrestling. Aren't you glad you're not the booker anymore, Dan?
I'm well out of it. You're
well out of it because
yeah.
I said lunatics we've had to deal with. Well, speaking of lunatics, the world of professional wrestling is going through a change, Dan Lennard.
Yeah, look, I know WWE cuts wrestlers every year after WrestleMania. It's a tradition thing. But some of the names that they've cut in the last couple of weeks have left me shell-shocked.
Some of the reasons as well, like, oh, we want you to restructure your pay.
We're going to cut it by 50%.
Going to cut it by 50%. Oh, no, well, you're gone. I just think, as I said, for those of you who don't know what's going on, so many releases have been out. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
Legendary tag team.
Gone.
Yeah. Legendary tag team that have been around for well over 10 years. Won the tag team belts, I think, like a dozen times.
Yeah. A real prolific tag team.
Very talented.
Yeah. So they're gone.
I mean,
Jeff Cobb, whoever he wrestled as, JC Mateo.
Yeah, and Tonga Loa. So a fair chunk of the bloodline,
the MFTs,
what are they called? Bloodline Light or whatever. And apparently, the rumor is that Tama Tonga, who is in the middle of a storyline, may also be on the way out.
Is that the rumor?
That's the rumor. But he's still about. But Jacob Fatu, they stated last week that he had devastated the MFTs on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And maybe even Tala Tonga.
Yeah.
He may not be safe. Solo Sikoa may be the only one who's still safe. But let's face it, anyone between, all of them or just two of them from the MFTs could be gone.
Yeah. I mean, all the rumors going on that there is also a highly pushed member of the roster that did accept a 50% pay cut. And I haven't said the name. There's been no names out, but it's reported that there is one of the top stars agreed to have their pay cut to remain with the company. So rumor
is Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. Wow.
That's the story.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
because he's a guy who was a world champion a few years ago, and really the bloom is off the rose that week.
Yeah. And
could be Nakamura too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, they've just announced these record profits.
They gave pay rises to all their suits.
Isn't like The Rock, Hollywood Dwayne, getting something like $20 million a year or something crazy like that?
For basically doing nothing except ruin John Cena's retirement.
Yeah, just ruins everything he gets involved in.
He's your favorite wrestler.
Oh, I can't stand him. So, like, it's, as well, I think it's a tough time if you're a fan of WWE. I think the quality of the show has gone down. And then when you're seeing, you saw what WrestleMania was with all the ads and all that sort of stuff. You're seeing how kind of corporate and just soulless it is.
The AI slop that they're adding to their booking and their music and their promo videos.
So the promo video, Zarya and Sol Ruka was just AI. It even got flagged as AI on YouTube.
Horrible.
Just absolutely dreadful. So, if you're a wrestling fan, just say if you've watched WWE and you kind of, there's other wrestling out there, I suggest you start watching it. And before we go, we've got like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Also news about AEW not getting renewed on Warner Brothers. There's potential rumors.
That was a rumor. Uncle Dave Meltzer has shot those down. That was wrong.
Yeah. So, I mean,
they're safe for 2027.
Yeah. Tumultuous time for wrestling.
Indeed.
A tumultuous time, Dan Lennard, will be for you next week, unfortunately.
Why's that?
I will not be in the studio.
No, don't tell me.
Norm Prendergast, the Ride Ripper, will be filling in.
No!
Sure, you'll all be happy with that. No! So it'll be a great show. I'll set him up with some things to talk about.
Really?
I've got to get a segment to send in as well. So, yes.
Why won't you be here? What are you doing?
Oh, I have a bunch of stuff. Anyway, that's the end. If you like Lou Reed, it's coming up next. Here, thank you, and good night.